When you first buy a 35mm film camera, get given one or you find one, it can be a bit confusing about which type of film to use if you want to go with black and white. Sure, colour is easy and you know you can take it to the local supermarket, drugstore or camera store and they'll develop it or send it off. But one of the reasons we want to shoot film is for the look of black and white. And don't you need a darkroom and chemicals for black and white? And won't that be messy, expensive and difficult? Well, that doesn't have to be true, and black and white can be as simple and easy to get developed as colour film. Okay, so first up, there's two basic commonly available types of black and white film. Traditional chemistry film, like this Ilford FB4 Plus 125, and C41 chemistry film, like this Ilfords XP2 Super 400. This film you can develop at home with traditional black and white chemicals fairly easily. I've done videos on it which I'll link in the description. So you can develop in a little tank and then you'll need to scan it, so then you can share the photos on your computer or print them out with an inkjet. Or if you go all in, you could make yourself a darkroom, get yourself an enlarger and make analogue prints. Now, even with traditional black and white chemistry film, you can get them sent off to be developed, scanned and printed. In USA, there's the Darkroom, Duane's, and Ilford themselves have a lab where you can send your film. So it's never a problem to get film developed, don't worry about that. It just takes a little longer. In the UK, just do a Google search for black and white film developing, and again, Ilford have their own lab you can send your film to. Now, let's have a look at this film, Ilfords XP2 400. This film, which uses C41 chemistry to be developed, is perfect for beginners because it can be developed and scanned and printed anywhere that does colour film. Basically, it's colour film that comes out black and white, so you can shoot it, then pop it into your local Boots, Walmart, lab or Photoshop that develops film, and they'll have it ready in an hour if they have that service, maybe next day if you want to save a little, or if you want you can send it off, or some places do send it off anyway, and you can find some really cheap deals. You don't have to worry about chemical or dark rooms, just treat it like colour film, shoot it, get it developed, then enjoy your prints and scans. And if you're new to film photography, I really recommend you get yourself a couple of new rolls of this and give them a go. Another reason is that commercial colour film development and scanning is very forgiving in terms of exposure. So if you've made any mistakes, or maybe the shutter speeds on your old film camera aren't very accurate, you'll still get usable photos, prints and scans, which I think is really important when you're starting off, because it can be really discouraging if your first attempts come out blank, which can happen if you use traditional black and white film and then develop it yourself, because when you're learning, it's really easy to make a mistake somewhere in that process. So there we go, the two main types of black and white film. Traditional, which you can develop at home, and C41, which you can get developed anywhere that develops colour film. If you're a beginner, I'd say always go for C41. And whatever you do, make sure you use fresh, new film. Save the expired experiments for when you've got to know your camera better and you know it can produce good photos with good film. Well, that's enough from me. Any questions or comments, put them in the section down below. Please subscribe and I'll see you again soon.